Well, good morning. Welcome back to Life in the Higham House. So glad you are here with us. It's a nice day today. A little bit of clouds in the sky behind me there, a little bit of humidity in the air, but it's still a nice day. And I am super stoked because after being away for a few days, coming home, the gardens are looking good. Really, really excited. So we're going to take a quick tour, just check on some things. We've been getting some rains. I don't think I need to water, but we've got some stuff that is growing. We've got some things that we're going to start harvesting soon. That's really amazing. And we're going to have some fruit pretty soon. Let me show you these here. This is the first thing I want to show. These are really cool. So I've been showing you these. We've been telling you that they are our golden raspberries, because that's what we planted. That's what the little tag said 2-3 years ago, that these were golden raspberries. They should have a bright yellow gold color to them when they pop. But I've been doing some research, trying to learn a little bit more about these guys, and what I'm finding is these are actually called wineberries, and they are part of the raspberry family. In fact, when you eat them, they're very edible, or at least this kind is very edible. But when you eat them, they're going to taste like raspberries. I don't know the color. I'm still believing. I want to believe it's going to be a really pretty kind of golden, translucent yellow type of a color. But here's what I've learned on these things. This is really cool. So these are husks, and these husks protect the fruit inside. So inside there is fruit, right? And when the time comes, they're going to burst open, and we're going to see the raspberry. Now, I'm looking at the tree, and we have tons of these husks all over the plant. I mean, they're everywhere. None of them have popped yet. None of them have begun to show their fruit. I'm looking around just to make sure I'm not missing anything here. Nothing yet. But I do see the deer or something has found them. Look at this right here. That's a new flower. Nope, there's new flowers. Take that back. New flowers, not deer. But I'm looking around. Look, even in the back. Look, this is all the back. All of these. That is all the wineberry fruit. So we're super excited about that because they should be bursting soon. And that'll be really cool. I mean, just imagine how much fruit's there. Then we got our black raspberries. And I've been showing you these guys because this is the year that we're getting the black raspberries. Let me just give you a quick shot here of how they're doing. They're absolutely beautiful. We came home from our quick little trip, and we had one black raspberry ready to go. I grabbed it, took it to Amy right away. She washed it off, ate it, said it was very good. A little sour, but very good. But look what we've got today. They're turning, and they're ready to go. Now let me just give you perspective of how large these things are. Can you see that? That's my hand, and that's the berry. They are huge. All right, we've got pea pods. Okay, we've been showing you this plant here. It's getting so big, it's starting to fall over. But look, pea pods, pea pods, pea pods. We're gonna have to lift that up a little bit. And then in our green beans, check this out. I'm not sure I can get down here all the way, but look, we've got green beans. Super excited. So, fruit is beginning to come in. Things are looking really, really good. Super excited. Jump over here. Zucchini plants are doing fantastic. Look at this guy here. That is our first zucchini plant. And if you look down close in the center, we've already got some flower buds beginning to take shape. Zucchini there. This is either going to be zucchini or squash. Pepper plant's looking great. Broccoli is looking great. Now, believe it or not, Saturday, Amy got in here and she weeded this garden bed, flower bed. I mean, she just weeded it. It looked amazing. And look, just within a few days, it's all growing back. So we have to get back in there again. But we planted cucumbers in the back row, remember? Looking great. Looking really, really good. Come over to here. We've got some snow peas beginning to take shape. A few more cucumbers here on the side. And of course, the onions are doing amazing. So far, everything's coming in really, really, really nice. Got a few things that are still struggling a little bit, but super happy with what is coming in. Red romaine, curly kale, both doing phenomenal. Excited about that. Tomatoes are coming along slowly. Remember I showed you last week, it looked like they were strolling just a bit. Well, it's not the case this week. Just in a matter of a few days, I've seen this guy almost triple in size. Looking really good, really healthy. This guy has doubled in size. This guy has doubled in size. Hey Rex, Rexy, what you doing? Hello. This guy has grown. This guy is now growing. So, we're getting there. Things are beginning to take off. Here, this is those black cherries. What do you think, Rex? Smell good? They're going to be those black cherry tomatoes. Can't wait for those to come in. They're looking really good. And then we have our big, or I should say, the bigger garden. And I'm really stoked with what I see happening in here. So if you remember, corn in that back row, in those two back rows. Now I was always told, rule of thumb is you want to see knee-high by 4th of July. We will definitely be knee-high by 4th of July. That's about mid-shin right there, so really cool. Pumpkins. A whole bunch of pumpkins. They're all in, doing well. Pepper plants are doing great. Tomatoes, these are the Romas up the side of they're looking good. Really, really happy with them. Now, let's tiptoe around and check on our larger cucumber and pickle crop. These guys aren't looking quite as good as those other ones, but they're still looking good. I'm feeling very positive about them. It does look like we lost a couple towards the end, but I think that was our mistake. We had the soaker hose in there, and I think we crushed one of the plants with the soaker hose, and I think we uprooted one by accident. So unfortunately, that's my mistake. Nothing I can do about that. But we got plenty of cucumbers and pickles. We'll replace that when the time comes. But yeah, super excited. Look at that. Corn. It's fantastic. Really excited. This, guys, was a lot of hard work over the weekend. But look at it. It looks amazing. And remember, this is where we had the chickens. The chicken coop used to sit right here. This was the run. The coop sat right in this spot. And when we turned the soil, it was so dark and rich. It smelled so good. It was compost and manure. It was amazing. Got a chance to turn it. Everything looks really, really good. We may actually have quite the harvest this year. I'm super excited about all of that. Chickens are doing good. While we were away, they continued to lay their eggs. Happy with that. But we're almost ready to get meat bird. I'm going to go into the garage to talk about that. So hang tight for a second. All right, friends, back in the garage. Let me just point you out. We have a few things. Oh, I think I got a bug or something crawling on me. We have a few things we still need to plant. And some of them are doing really, really well. Some of them not so much. So I'm going to take a quick shot here into the greenhouse. These are additional pickle plants. And we're going to probably put them in the ground here maybe the next day or so. Not really sure. We've got some watermelon. Not sure where we're going to put this, but we have got to get this on the ground. They're starting to look not so good. I picked those up to replace the watermelon that I lost a couple weeks ago. In the back, we got some more Robo tomatoes. They're looking really good. And then we've got a few more cherry tomatoes, sunflowers, and things going on in this area here. And then coming up to the top, our Brussels sprouts still aren't anything more than sprouts. And I'm afraid to plant them because if I plant them, I don't think they're going to make it. So I'm a little concerned about that. Over here we got a few more tomato plants, kind of struggling a little bit, but they're getting better. So you look at things are going well, super excited about how everything's growing. But here's the update. It's almost time to get our meat birds. We have 2 more weeks before we order them. We have a couple projects we need to do. We need to build our meat bird tractor. We want something that's easy to build. It's not going to cost us a fortune. Is big enough for the chicks that we're going to get. We're going to get somewhere between 25 and 30 chicks. Our goal is to see 25 go to processing. We're going to get 30, probably get 30, because there's always that risk of something dying, either in transit or those early days when they're chicks, or even something getting into the chicks once they're outside. So we're going to get about 30 chicks. The tractor we build has to fit those 30 chicks. With the tractor is it has to be mobile. We're going to move it. The best way for us to pasture raise our meat birds, we don't have a ton of space on here on our property, but we've got some space. And so the tractor needs to be able to be moved from location to location. And I think we can get away with moving the tractor every 2 or 3 days. Once we get it all set up, I'll know a little bit better. Come on up here, Rex. And have a better idea of how all of that looks. But I'm thinking 2 days, every 2 days, every 3 days, we'll have to move the tractor. So it has to be mobile. And I think we found some tractor plans from Justin Rhodes. He has a really cool setup that I like that should be fairly inexpensive, should be big enough for the meat birds, and should be easy enough for us to move. And so we're going to start focusing on that. In about two weeks from now, we'll start talking about that. But we're gonna try to vlog us building the tractor and getting the chicks and getting all that started up here. Chicks for the first couple days first couple weeks we'll have to be indoors until we get them big enough so they can be outside. Then once they're outside, you know, they only need to stick around for somewhere between 6 and 8 weeks. So 3 weeks inside, 3 maybe 4 weeks at the max, 5 weeks outside, and then we're off to processing. So that's where we are. Garden's looking good. Everything's growing. Everything's looking healthy. We're super excited that what we planted last Saturday, all of it is taking very well. And we're going to be getting fruit soon. We're going to get raspberries and wineberries, and that's all going to happen really quick. We've already got some pea pods. We've already got some beans. We'll probably start picking some of them maybe later tonight, and then hold them in the fridge. But I've got work to do, so I got to go. As always, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time right here, Life in the Higham House. Later.